now he's trying to get her back. He's on this toxic shit now. So he's on Best Friends comes up and he's like, yo, why can't we just fuck as best friends? Like, okay, I get that you don't want me, but why can't we just fuck as best friends? She turns him down. The next song is there someone else? So this nigga is like, yo, bro, like, are you fucking somebody else now? Like before he was assuming, but now he knows there's somebody else, bro. I'm telling you.
Bro, I love how we...
Yo, life is Caribbean. What's happening? We're back. Happy New Year's. It is 2022.
Oh no, what happened to 2021?
What happened to 2021?
So much happened to 2021 that we're not going to talk about because it's a new year.
Bitches. Everybody on the channel got bitches.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I know you cut all that out.
I'm a man of God, so that's not what we're here for.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. I just had sex on November 16th.
Who's that mister? There's two men here, you guys can assume whatever you want. But yes, there's been a lot of music that's been dropping. I know that you guys don't
Mister,
see.
I saw your chick with another dude.
Why is she here?
I know a lot of you guys haven't.
Why is she here? Why is she here?
Productive. I'm not trying to make this video longer than 10 minutes.
She's trying to be scandalous, dog.
Bro, so I know you guys don't see the normal Life is Caribbean crew here right now. Patrick is not here for health reasons. I'm not gonna say anything other than COVID. But I mean, you guys already know we haven't had Woodley here for a while, but they both will be back pretty soon. But
you know,
their place, I have
Orion _ new style. The underscore is a must. Konnichiwa, folks. Hello, we're back. And next to me we have.
Hold on, this is for your channel?
I thought it was going to be.
I thought it was for yours.
It's an album review. We're doing an album review. That's his channel. Music.
Yeah, and here we have Kai.
Yeah. You didn't even let me get to introduce
Introduce
myself.
yourself then.
Hi, it's Kai.
Oh wow. Anyways, so yeah, here we have Kai. So yeah, Bahamian, Haitian, Jamaican. This is really Caribbean now. Because before it was like 2 on 1. Like, you know, me and Patrick were Jamaican. Willie was, you know, Haitian obviously. But now we got a little more diversity. So yeah.
One extra.
But like, I'm not gonna sit here and like listen to all the songs because we listened to the album already. She's listened to some of the songs, but
wait, by default, I've listened to all of it, but I was
not in order.
I've listened to it in order.
Oh, but you were just doing shit.
I was just doing something, so like I was like halfway in there, but yeah.
How dare you not give the Weeknd your full attention?
Honestly, I'm kind of sad about it.
Okay. Let's say, what do you think about the album? You said you kind of sad about it. Talk to us.
No, I'm not sad about the album. I'm sad about the fact that I didn't devote my time.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
Devote my time.
Oh.
But the album, honestly, we were talking about it earlier, and it's really something that you have to listen to in order. Like once, like your first listen cannot be shuffled. Your first listen has to be in order. Because then if you shuffle it, it just ruins the whole experience.
Exactly, yeah.
Because the whole point is like for it to be a radio kind of thing.
Yeah, it happened in like chronological order. With me, my first listen, like you know on Apple Music when you like press on a particular song instead of like hitting the album and press play. So it shuffles the whole thing for you. And at first I was like, shit, this shit mid. You feel me? There's like a couple songs like I don't immediately Best Friends and Sacrifice jumped out to me.
Gasoline, Sacrifice, Don't Break My Heart.
Best Friends, and also Is There Someone Else and All the Time. Those jumped out to me at first, and I still think that those 4 are the best 4 songs on the album. But now that I've listened to it in chronological order, as you said, it's like sonically, it's a masterpiece because of the transitions between songs.
Like, okay, let me tell you what I think on the album. And I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm not a Weeknd fanboy. So coming into this is my first full album listening for the Weeknd.
That's mad.
I've only listened.
That's mad.
That's crazy.
Might be mad. I'm new to the whole listen to full album kind of thing, you know? So pulling in, the way I listen to albums, when I started listening to albums, is like you go to the first track and you go down sequential order. So when I first listened to the whole thing, I listened to it the way it was intended to. From the first track, that was basically it introducing you to the whole idea of what the album is, to everything, to the very end of the part, to the rest of the album.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was listening,
did you listen to it on Spotify or
YouTube?
YouTube, you can't listen to it on YouTube. I'll just be honest with you.
Why?
Like, was it like were ads popping up in between videos?
Irrelevant to the experience.
It is relevant to the experience because literally, like, let me show you.
Like it just kind of ruins the vibe a little bit.
Yeah, because like
so
literally,
you don't get the full experience of it being what it's supposed to be, a radio.
Let me show you, like with Gasoline. Like, I'm just gonna skip to the end of Gasoline right here, where it's like, wait, this is like the last 10 seconds, right? That's Gasoline, right? Right? And then that beat immediately transitions into How Do I Make You Love Me for the third song. And then when How Do I Make You Love Me ends, like this is the last 10 seconds, you hear the breathing and
Take my breath.
You then Take My Breath, hold up, and then Take My Breath starts after the same breathing.
No. Listen,
every song transitions into one.
I understand.
So if you listen to ads in between,
listen.
you're not gonna feel the same
Now,
thing.
let me finish. I was going to get into that.
Yeah.
I understand that, and I realized that while listening to the album that they were all tied up together. To the point, there are some songs on the album, I like the song, but I'm like, yo, I can't put this on my playlist.
It's not meant to be on playlist. It's meant to be you listen to the album all at once. And this is the
That's
first album.
addictive point of it.
This is the first album that I've ever listened to where I'm like, shit, I just can't like put this shit into a playlist. Like, I just have to listen to everything and it was meant to be listened.
Then why did y'all come for me when I said that though?
No, you said that this shit was. No, you said it was like sonically, it was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Ever. I never disagreed with you.
Oh, well, why you still get for me then?
Shit.
Because like I said, masterpiece of an album. The songs by themselves, none of them can go on my playlist or any playlist I ever have.
Alright, I'm not gonna say that because I really think that Sacrifice and Is There Someone Else can be on a playlist. Like, by themselves.
To the point, like the only thing that I could ever play without having to play part of the album in front of it before that is the last song to me.
Well,
which is not even a song.
No, Best Friends you can play by itself. Because this has nothing to do with the first song. Here We Go Again.
Which one is that one?
Best Friends can be played by itself. I think so. And to me, this is like top 3 songs on the album, or top 4.
Keep it playing.
Yeah.
Skip to the singing part.
He's about to start right now.
Okay, pause there for a second. Another criticism I have for the album.
What's up?
The sound of the album.
It's a retro album.
It doesn't match anything else currently.
Because it's a retro album.
That's the whole point. You want to stand out, not do what everybody else
You
is
can
doing.
stand out and still.
You can stand out and still do what everybody else is doing.
Not even that. You can stand out and do your own thing, but still match and still be able to like be cohesive with everybody else's.
I think the Weeknd is thinking ahead because I feel as though retro is kind of coming back.
Retro's coming back.
The thing, it's not that it is. I mean, I agree with you as well. A lot of people, what they like to do is sample retro aspects in their music, and we've seen people like Tyler the Creator, Frank Ocean, Bryson Tiller, Kanye West, Drake do shit like that all the time. Drake using Michael Jackson.
The only two one who did it right is Bryson Tiller and Drake.
How can you even say that? What? All of them have done it right. How can you even say that? There's a reason why these are the top artists in the world.
I don't know.
Some people are known for doing it more often than others, but what Kai's trying to say is that it's like with fashion too. You know how like things go out of season and come in. Like people used to wear baggy pants, then it got to tight jeans, and then baggy again. Now people wear tight, and now I'm seeing like fashion models wear big clothes again, and I'm like, I don't understand. It's just like styles change with generations, I guess. But the thing is that nothing ever truly dies. It's just like dormant for a while.
Whether retro comes back
Not
or
really truly dies, but it's just less and less people do it, and then
When somebody else does it, it's like brand new.
yeah, that's how it basically is. Something will like die down. It's just that less and less people do it, and then when somebody else that's up and coming or somebody else that is big
Famous.
does it, and then it's like everybody acts like, oh damn, this is like the new thing, and we're just like, yeah,
It's better.
But
it's been a thing.
with the Weeknd's album, I've listened to most, if not all of his albums already, and
Same,
I will
yeah.
definitely say, probably like intention wise, might be sonically his best album, but obviously it's not his like best piece of work, because there are albums that were like better to me.
His first album not his first
The
album.
trilogy is like
The
amazing.
trilogy was good.
Beauty Behind the Man.
Beauty Behind the Madness, that was the
Yes.
first ever Weeknd album that I listened to. I listened to it when it came out, listened to it in full, and to this day I still
my
have
favorite.
every single song
Yeah.
on that album.
Beauty Behind the Madness is amazing, and then like when
Then
he
what's
dropped
up?
Like
album.
he just
I can't
acquainted often.
As You Are.
As You Are, In the Night, Real Life.
Real Life is the first track.
Okay. Maybe I
Like,
gotta give
he
Weeknd
just-
more props and
He
go to his
just
album
went
then.
like he real life just went off on that. The one
That
song
entire album,
that he has with Ed Sheeran, that has to be one
like literally, I was,
of my favorites. Like, see,
yeah, exactly. Labyrinth.
exactly.
Labyrinth, he has Losers with Labyrinth.
Loses with Labyrinth.
He had Often on this album.
Like he went
Can't Feel My
off.
Face,
because
Acquainted, The Hills.
Like
All of these songs were top 10 charts.
literally,
Really? Okay.
not even kidding. Like he had Earned It.
Earned it, exactly.
Can't
that's
Feel
it.
My Face.
I can
Often,
feel my face
The
when
Hills.
I'm with
Like
you.
so many songs on this specific album just went off.
Exactly.
And that's what really like kind of like put him on the map. And then from then he's just been releasing
Starboy was
good music.
Starboy to me wasn't a better piece of work, but he continued his reputation because he had a lot of hits. Die For You,
Yep. Die For You
Secrets.
is so good.
Sidewalks, Ordinary Life, bro. I Feel It Coming was the biggest one off of that.
Okay, are you okay? Like you guys
No,
listening to all of his
Starboy.
songs? Like you guys see, like listening to all his
Well,
on his album?
I think this.
I think I've realized something.
What's up?
The Weeknd is not one of those kind of artists that comes out with a body of work and you're like, hey yo.
None of his bodies of work are the same.
I know, but like you don't come and be like, yo, this is like the same or better, but the same version of his old one, or
Yeah, because everything's different.
yeah.
Like
I feel like
Starboy literally, you see with The Weeknd, and I'll commend him with this because you will see even with his live performances, every album has its own theme.
yeah, he's
Every
very,
album tells a
And
story.
literally,
yeah, so he's
Starboy
very hard.
with Beat Behind the Madness, he had the whole crazy hairstyle
Like-
going on. Starboy, he cut his hair, he completely switched his style.
After Hours
After Hours, to me,
was a whole
After Hours,
movie.
he literally
Like,
wore the
that-
red jacket.
The red
everywhere.
jacket, every performance had the bandages
performance
and
for a
everything.
year.
Like
Even
for
at the
example,
Super Bowl.
like he went off. He
After
went
Hours is my favorite.
he
behind
had
me, but-
Heartless, Blinding Lights, In Your Eyes, Save Your Tears. Like he really just went off on this album.
And After Hours.
Okay, so
Let's not
then,
forget the song
You're right.
After Hours.
After Hours.
so then my criticism. Okay, so my criticism kind of stand even more because
Yes.
in all of those albums. Okay,
No, I'm not gonna say like
That's
this,
the
this
thing with-
one was better than any of them.
no.
Everything's just
What I'm
different.
saying is like my critic of the album was that none of the song would actually ever be number one because they're all depending on others. Now
Not really.
listening to all of it, like you guys naming all of his album, all of those songs that actually popped out of it to becoming like
number one.
number one songs that are bangers and hits that actually can go on my playlist. I'm like, this album wasn't designed for that, and that's not what his album are designed for. It just so happened those songs are the type of songs that goes with everything else, but that was never his intention.
Mhm.
And especially with this, where it sticks out even more with the whole retro thing, where nobody's doing
Nobody
retro
would
and
ever do a retro album.
let me ask you, nobody's doing retro. Nobody big is doing retro.
And on top of that, it's not even the fact that he did a retro. This man created a whole radio station, and having
Exactly.
Jim Carrey be the freaking radio host, bro, and like narrate the entire thing. Like initially, as I said, I listened to it. I'm like, you're listening to Dawn Wonder with you. I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to? And then I was like, you know what? Like, it was like 1 a.m. in the morning after I listened. And I was like, let me try it again, bro. And I got into it. And like, I was like, before I was like you, I wasn't really paying attention because I was putting on my bulletin board for my RA stuff. And like, I was just hearing different songs pop out now in order. And then I was like, actually listen to it now. And I realized one song ended and another one started, but the same beat was happening. And I was like, okay.
And as long as the same beat goes through the entire
exactly, it
song,
switches.
it switches, but
it starts like, and ends.
Subtle, and it leads right directly into another that, listening to it, it really feels like a radio station catered for you.
And it's like, you just imagine like you driving on the highway or something. And you know, like you're just driving with your parents, you know, when you're younger, and you got the windows rolled down and the cool breeze is like hitting you in the face. You guys driving like in the middle of the night. I don't know, I feel like everybody has that experience.
It hit nostalgia. I'm like,
shit, life
or like
is
for
good.
example, when we go out and then it's just driving around and
oh, okay, I kind of get it now. Okay, in that sense, it makes sense because like when I'm DJing, I be playing the song, be like,
hey, DJ.
Yeah, I literally talk shit like when I'm DJing on long trips. Cause that just makes it fun.
The thing with me, finish your point.
No, I was just gonna ask you guys though. Like we're talking about the songs and how we feel about the album in general, but what about the theme of the album? What do you guys think of the theme?
That's what I was saying. That was the greatest part to me, the whole radio station one. And this is my favorite thing because he has an interlude called Tale by Quincy, where it's Jim Carrey talking about his life. Let me just play that part.
Oh yeah.
And then you're gonna see it transition into Out of Time.
I thought that was gonna be an actual song, but like when I saw it ends, I'm like, huh? Exactly. And then the next song, I'm like,
So let's just listen to this. Because you can already hear it's like suddenly building up to Out of Time.
Just so you know, copyrights. We gotta stop it.
I understand. Copyright, blah blah blah. But yeah.
This is not meant to replace the author's body of work, okay, folks? Don't cancel.
We're already gonna like put everything in the virus. So you can just hear it's like the beat initially.
I will never forget watching my mother get put in a straitjacket and taken out of my home when I was only 7 years old. She was diagnosed with dementia precox and put in a mental.
And this is the Weeknd's experience.
Like this is not
narrated.
This is an actual story though. Like,
yeah.
For real?
This I think this is the
okay. That makes it even sadder.
Further cemented the idea that I didn't need a mother. Growing up without one had long-lasting efforts I didn't fully understand until much later in life. It bled into my relationship with family and those I had become romantically involved with. Whenever I got too close to the woman, I would cut her off.
What are you talking about?
Vindictive and partial.
But hold up, like the first part of the album is just him talking about sacrificing everything for the girl and everything. Like the first one's gasoline, then how do I make you love me, take my breath, sacrifice. All this is about how he gets the girl. Now he eventually does get the girl with sacrifice, but now the Tale by Quincy, he's saying how he pushes females away by getting to, because he has detachment issues from his mom. Now watch this.
But it was also told
So the last 10 seconds of Tale by Quincy.
Looking back as a bitch,
Now Tale by Quincy ends, All the Time starts. You see no change right there. That's literally one straight transition, bro. That shit got me fucked up, bro. I'm crying this song right now, bro.
A lot of artists don't do that kind of thing. A lot of artists, when they make their albums, they don't really make their albums to go one song into the other and have it flow.
No.
A lot of artists have albums where one song is like R&B, then the other song is like some pop kind of thing, and then the next one is just jazz, and it just doesn't flow correctly. And those are the kind of songs where it kind of wants you to put it in the playlist, loop it, and everything like that. But this, what he's trying to do here is he's trying to make you listen to the entire album.
He's creating a body of work.
Every time. Like,
he's not creating songs, he's creating a body of work.
Exactly. He wants you to listen to it every time. So you get addicted to that feeling because you just won't be satisfied listening to it once.
Bro, like literally, he says, I don't want to sacrifice, like literally. Gasoline, you see how the main theme of Gasoline. And then it transitioned into How Do I Make You Love Me? And after that, he eventually gets the girl and he says, take my breath away, like nobody can take my breath away like you. Now he's saying that he doesn't want to sacrifice himself for her, and eventually he pushes her away. That's Set and Tail by Quincy. With Out of Time, he's saying that he's out of time, he can't love her because she's found a new guy, right? And he's out of time, he can't make things right to get her back. And he has Here We Go Again with Tyler, and essentially he's like, okay, I'm going back to square one.
Can I say one thing?
What's up?
When on my first play of this, I thought the one with Tyler was the best on the album.
It's good, but like I've realized the story of it, because with like Out of Time, he's out of time. He's like, here we go again. I'm starting from point zero again. I'm back to my old shit. Now he's trying to get her back. He's on this toxic shit now. So he's on Best Friends comes up and he's like, yo, why can't we just fuck as best friends? Like, okay, I get that you don't want me, but why can't we just fuck as best friends? She turns him down. The next song is There Someone Else? So this nigga is like, yo, bro, like, are you fucking somebody else now? Like before he was assuming, but now he knows there's someone else, bro. I'm telling you.
Bro, I love how we both like listen to the album, but like we both focus on like completely different like aspect of the theme of the album.
No, the thing is that I was just like you at first, but I've listened to this album at least 17 times now.
What the
fuck? Bro, this is all I play in the shower. This is what I play to school, like when I'm with the classes, like literally. And then with Starry Eyes with Starry Eyes, it's like he's basically accepted that he can't get her anymore, and now he has Every Angel Is Terrifying. Man just is distrustful of women at this point. Then he's like, yo, don't break my heart. He's going out on a limb one last time, begging for her forgiveness. She don't want him. The next song is I Heard You're Married Now. He's like, shit, like I know I can't get you now. Have a good life. And then Less Than Zero, he sings about how he's like reached rock bottom at that point.
Oh shit!
And then you have Phantom Regret by Jim, where Jim is just talking and he's like, yeah, you're dead at this point. This is, I'm assuming, I don't know if he kills himself.
No, he's been dead.
But he's dead.
He's been dead the whole time.
I know he's been dead the entire time, and that's why Phantom Regret is Jim just like, the whole album is him welcome, like, it's like he's basically,
he's not there yet.
He's not heaven or hell or wherever he's going. He's not there yet. But it's like the playlist on the ride to death, I guess.
Bro, okay.
So he's in the waiting line, like he's in the waiting room like shit.
So the way I understood the album, is it's like this guy who died, and now like he's like kind of retelling like he's like kind of he's kind of limbo, and he's telling the most meaningful story of his life, which is the story with him with a girl.
Yeah.
And then like he still and how he still got regret, and like throughout this whole thing, I'm like, this nigga's dead, but like it's an interesting story. I wonder how it ends.
He's dead, but his life is being narrated, and it's like it's also some kind of a radio channel.
Yeah, that's why the end hit me so hard, because I was so focused on the death aspect, and when he was like, "You're never gonna get to heaven," even like heaven, something about heaven, like play the very last.
Before I even get there, like with Out of Time, because the play by Quincy is when we fully realize that he's dead at this point with Out of Time. Because he was saying he doesn't want to sacrifice himself. But bro, what the fuck you calling me? Anyways, bro, with Out of Time, at the end right here, when it's over,
there's still more music to come before you're completely engulfed in the blissful
this is Jimmy.
The light you see in the distance. Soon you'll be healed, forgiven, and refreshed, free from all trauma, pain, guilt, and shame.
So he's dead. He's out of time. That's what happens in midway through the album.
Here's 30 minutes of easy listening.
This is song 7 out of 16 Out of Time. Now, with the last song, Phantom Regret now, he is like finally there. He's finally at his destination, right? And Jim Carrey just said, like telling him a story.
That shit, like if I was able to cry, I would cry there.
You're tuned to Dawn FM, the middle of nowhere on your dial.
Yeah, that shit's
so sit back and unpack.
Yeah.
You may be here a while.
You're dead.
Now that all future plans have been postponed, and it's time to look back on the things you thought you owned. Do you remember them well?
Bro, stop calling me!
Who calling you?
My friend. Tell me to go suck a dick,
How
bro.
many grudges did you take to your grave? When you weren't liked or followed, how did you behave?
Yeah.
Was it often a dissonant chord you were strumming? Were you ever in tune with the song life was humming?
He was always out of touch.
When your body's long gone and your phantom regret hasn't let it go yet, you may not have died in the way that you must. All specters are haunted by their own lack of trust. When you're all out of time,
This
there's
right-
nothing but space.
Like this right there on the re-listening of the album, just make this shit just like add so much to it, and it hit by itself too.
We're all bathed in its grace.
But yeah, there's still like another 1.5 million of that.
Bro, keep it go, bro. Like this.
You try to get copyrighted, bro?
Listen. As long as we talk over it, give it like space it out. I can listen to this shit, dog.
If you mean,
Give it the word. We can also cut it.
Mm.
But like I just love it, dog.
And it's for those who let go of regret. You have to wait here when you're not all there yet.
And that's what happens with him. Because he is not truly over how he died. He's not over her. You feel me?
Damn,
and he's
bro.
going through his
That
regrets,
shit
which is
suck.
why he's been forced to relive his entire life.
Bruh, that's what I'm telling you. Like that's what I said before. The last thing when I listen to that shit, it hits so hard. Even though it's not a song, I'm like, bro, I can add this to any of my playlists. And when it pull up, the mood is gonna switch. I'm gonna be all in my feelings, and I'm gonna be like, damn.
You never do anything.
This song,
As close to my feelings I can get. Okay.
all week long, make it come, get it on. And if your broken heart's heavy when you step on the scale, really lighter than air when they pull back the veil, consider the flowers, they don't try to look right.
Bro, that shit is a poem, dog.
And turn to the light. Are you listening real close? Heaven's not that, it's this. It's the depth of this moment. You don't reach for bliss. God knows life is chaos.
Bro, that shit is great.
You gotta unwind your mind, train your soul to align, and dance till you find that divine boogaloo. In other words, you gotta be heaven to see heaven.
You hear that?
Peace be with you.
It's that you gotta be heaven to see heaven.
Yeah, man. Which means you gotta be at peace with yourself before you find peace in the afterlife.
And even
'Cause
like,
I'll be-
biblically, that is a saying that you can't completely transition until you have let go of everything that's all your earthly ties, everything that's holding you to this world. You have to get rid of it. You have to step away from all your regrets.
It's not even that.
And you have to be at peace and be accepting of everything that's happened in order to completely transition. Wait, there's Spencer. Shit, he's a big Weeknd fan. Let me ask you. Yo, Spence, what's your rate the new album, bro? The new Weeknd album.
I haven't had a chance to listen.
You haven't listened to it yet?
I haven't had a chance.
That's crazy, bro. We need that album.
He hasn't listened to it.
I really want to listen to it because I saw it, but I was like,
Listen to it tonight.
tonight,
Yeah.
I'll listen to it while I work out.
Alright, good.
Alright.
Just listen to it in sequential order, no skips.
Is it good so far?
It's amazing. I already listened to it like 10 times. It's
Way too
amazing.
many times. Hey, I was gonna say something about like, I think one of the like main part about this is I don't think he's even forgiven himself for how the thing ended.
That's why his regret is there. It's not that he doesn't forgive the girl, because we've heard like he says, "Yo, I heard you're married now, girl." Like, you know, and he's just wishing her the best. Like, his whole thing comes from his personal detachment issues, and of course he's singing about his own life. We've seen the Weeknd's
he
relationships.
should get therapy.
Yeah, but
I don't
his
believe in it,
therapy is
but yeah.
expressing himself through his music, and we've seen this play out in real life, except for his death, of course. We've seen his like relationships with Selena Gomez and with what's her name, the model.
The model.
I don't remember her name.
No.
The model.
No, it's like easy Google search.
No one cares, bro. No one.
Everybody knows. I remember part of her name. I just don't remember. Bella Hadid. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
He was with Bella Hadid.
How do you not know that? That was like the biggest relationship in the world for a while. That's why I couldn't
Who the fuck
remember.
is Zayn dating? Well, you say.
Zayn was with that skinny girl with that chimney.
Zayn is dating her sister,
Gigi.
Gigi.
Yeah, the girl he did with Pillow Talk with, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's her sister. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. How close to the sister is she look?
I'll just show you Bella and Gigi Hadid.
I don't know why he's showing me. I just wanted to.
I can't describe how close they are.
If Charles saw them in real life, he'd try to make a movie.
Hey! I would. On the blonde one, yes. Black one, no.
The thing is that that's a bad picture, but like both of them are pretty fine. Just like
Anyway, final closing statement on the album.
yeah. So if I don't want to put a score on it because I don't like putting scores on people's pieces of work, but like for categories, like as we said, creativity wise 10 out of 10.
Facts.
Sonically,
9.
9, yeah, a 9 out of 10. In terms of airplay, yeah.
Let's go back to what we're saying.
So yeah, sonically,
Before sonically.
yeah, creativity wise it's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right about the airplay, like how much it's gonna get, because I remember this is a specific stat. Alone Again, right? Is the last album before this?
His last album was After Hours.
After Hours, yeah. Oh yeah, but Alone was on that song. Yeah.
Alone Again was on there.
Yeah.
It's the first song.
Yeah, it's the first song. So my bad, I checked out. But After Hours is literally on Spotify the most played album. Like every song on that went over like millions or billions. I think it's the first album on Spotify to hit 1 billion streams, and every song was successful on that. Save Your Tears is still on the charts to this day. Blinding Lights was #1 song in the world for over a year.
What the what?
It was.
Blinding Lights was
number one. It was constantly on the charts for almost like a complete year. It set a record on the charts for being #1.
Whoa.
That was one of his most successful, if not his most successful.
And don't even forget, Blinding Lights would drop like 2 to 3 spots and then pick right back up again.
And then you still had Heartless on that. You still had After Hours, the song itself.
Heartless was just.
And then we can't even forget that on that album as well, he had deluxe. He had a deluxe with 3 additional songs, which were also kind of successful. Let me just try to find them again. I already remember what they are, but like I want to look at them before I say bullshit, because I just said After Hours a while ago. So the last 3 songs that he added were Nothing Compares, Missed You, and Final Lullaby. And you know Nothing Compares, right?
Probably.
Amazing. I love those songs. But yeah, the entire thing, In Your Eyes, Blinding Lights, Heartless.
Okay, back to the final thought for the album.
Yeah.
For the album.
I'm just saying, this
Artistic.
is not gonna be a lot of airplay for like probably 3 or 4 songs are gonna get a lot of airplay.
It's
Yeah.
quite easy to pick which songs.
Yeah, like some of them, even though they're retro, like as I said, is there someone else?
Sacrifice is definitely gonna get
Sacrifice,
Sacrifice is getting played.
Best Friends, and
Gasoline is getting played. Those are the 2 songs that I know for sure is getting played.
Best Friends.
Bro.
But I'm just saying, those are the 2 songs for sure that I know are gonna get
The
played.
thing is that, yeah, they will. But I'm saying, like, is there someone else? And Best Friends are the most relevant to today's time as well. Because in our culture of toxicity, like I'm not even no. I'm not saying me in particular, just the
You
world in
are
general.
toxic.
Yeah, of course, I'm toxic. But the world
I'm not
in
toxic.
general.
I'm not toxic.
All right.
You are
I'm not toxic.
But yeah, with me,
I am a change man this year, folks.
it's not even me talking about my toxicity.
Mhm.
The world itself craves
Has
for
it-
music that leans more towards
That glorify it.
It glorifies it.
Yeah.
And that's how, I'm not gonna say Drake. Like, you know, he says a lot of shit like that. But that's how people like Future have literally built their brand.
That
21
exactly.
Savage has
That's how
really
a
built
lot
his
of
brand
people build their brand.
off of shit like that. Not that they live that in real life. But
Some of
But
Future
that's
does.
just what they
Let's just be Future
sing and
does.
rap about.
Drake does.
Um,
Hot sauce.
but
If
yeah,
you know, you know.
I'm saying those 2 songs. Is there someone else? And but yeah, Final Thoughts. It was really an amazing album, and he just might not be everybody's cup of tea. I'm not gonna dick ride The Weeknd. Like, he's one of my favorite artists, but I'm not gonna say it was his best album. But it was definitely an amazing project for me.
Bro.
Those are my final thoughts on it.
Like if you're gonna compare it to T, I'll say his album is like a set of drinks. You gotta drink back to back to back for it to have good taste in your mouth. There's specific part of the drinks that are like super sweet. You could just grab it by yourself and drink it. And there are some part that like, unless you had the one beforehand, it's gonna be bitter. That's all I'm gonna say. So, artistically, creatively, as an album, great. It's up there. Songs by themselves wise, kind of not up there. That's all I gotta say. Great work. I love it. Like I said, that last part, probably gonna be saved on YouTube for me to just listen to on random days when I feel like it. Don't ask me why. But it's beautiful. It's a masterpiece. I love it. Nobody gonna sing the song? But I love
Sing
it.
the song.
No, you have any last thoughts on the album?
Like everybody said, talking about it as an album, chef's kiss, because there's not that many artists out there. Better yet, there's not that many big artists out there that creates an album where listening to the songs it just flows one right into the other. So on that aspect, I love it. In terms of the individual songs, like everybody else said, it's some of the songs can be standalone, which I knew that's intentionally what he did. Could not have made the album without having some songs be standalone. But sometimes some songs can stand alone, and some songs, if you have not listened to another song before it, it's just gonna seem a little bit off. Like for example,
sounds mid.
For example, Best Friends, standalone. Gasoline, standalone. Those are the two songs that I really think could stand alone.
You wanna have something?
I already said mine.
He already said this. But all of the other songs, Sacrifice 2 could be standalone, but all the other songs kind of need. Okay, is there someone else?
Yo, hold on.
Could also be
Which song
standalone.
let's talk about his dick? There's one of the songs he said something about
Just to kind of finish it, and we talk about this off camera.
So in that aspect, I would definitely lean more towards Beauty and the Madness. Beauty Behind the Madness. That album was just something where the songs kind of flowed, but they could stand alone by themselves. But the album is just absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10 will more than likely be on repeat for like the next couple months.
So yeah, guys, that's it for us. You know, I told you guys that we'll be doing a lot of like album reviews, song reviews, and everything. And we're trying to steadily bring the channel back, even though we have a few difficulties in everybody's like schedules and all. But yeah, we're just glad for you guys sticking around, supporting, even though we've been on a hiatus for quite a long time. So
Almost a year.
Almost a year.
Half a year to be exact.
It's not been half a year. It doesn't matter. Anyways, guys.
6 and 7 and then 9, so it's close
So,
to 10.
Say your final things. Follow them. Morning Session Podcast.
You'll probably get his, not mine.
If you're gonna follow me at Orion_new_style. Currently the Instagram for the channel is private for reasons. So as long as I don't know you, I will allow you to follow me. Also go to YouTube, the Morning Session Podcast, the Morning Session Studio. If you Google the Morning Session Podcast, you'll find it. If you haven't found it yet, just so you know, all the old episodes is like massively toxic. The ones we're gonna drop throughout January and February is gonna be super toxic. And then from then on, any live that we do, any current production, which means if you see me with short hair like this, just know, wholesome, no more toxicity. This year we're going over a new leaf. We're not toxic. That's a matter of fact. So anyway.
Can't drop that lifestyle.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can't drop it. I really don't have anything much to say because I don't use social media. I really don't. So.
But
there's
yo,
like nothing to follow me on.
Let me tell yo, I follow her, he follow her. If you really want to slide in this pretty girl's DM,
Stop.
Dating someone.
That's a boyfriend.
Hey,
like,
it might be a goalie keeper, but you can still score.
Subscribe.
What?
LCG.
Bye.
Let's go.
Bye.